Hello there. This is a self-read. Disclosure coming. So I have the despondence card with the third eye chakra, the impasse card, and the dissipating. First of all, this has to do with my career and creative ambitions and endeavors, being a tarot reader. I first started tarot when I was very young, at 8 years old. My mother showed it to me, but she thought of it as more of a game. I just fell in love though. And I got my first tarot deck that was gifted to me by an ex, and it was the Crowley Thoth Golden Dawn. And so I learned that system and did tarot readings off and on for friends, family, things like that when people needed advice. For myself, a lot, like once a month at least. Sometimes less, sometimes more. And then in 2019, I discovered that people were doing it online. And I started watching it religiously. Never thought of myself as doing it until a roommate mentioned that I should try it. So I decided to try in 2020. And I've had different channels. And I've started and stopped a lot, but I've been pretty steady and consistent for a little over a year now. So I have this battle with myself about doing it to create a career and doing it just as a hobby, as my spiritual guide. We also have the card, This and That Are True, with the dolphin spirit. So that tells me, as I've been asking myself lately, well, let me tell you, I get burned out sometimes because I give a lot more than I receive when I do tarot. And most of the time that's okay until I start feeling burned out. If I didn't want to try to make it into a career, try to get personal readings, try to get a lot of followers to monetize or do the little things that I could do on TikTok to get more. If I didn't do it for that reason, I would still do tarot. I might not do it as much. I might post a little less. But it tells me with the dolphin spirit, this and that are true, is that it's okay for me to want to do it, to try to make a living as well. What's wrong with trying to make a living at what you love doing? Nothing. But if you're trying to do it more to make money, then you're trying to do it because you want to help others. You want to give back. You want to have a creative outlet. Then it becomes a problem. And that's when my interest in it starts dissipating. That's when I start feeling despondent, when I focus too much on the numbers and not enough on the craft. And I've forced myself to post a certain amount of times. Even when I'm not feeling it. You have to feel tarot to do it authentically, to do it right. And I believe you have to do it that way with passion. And when you're called to do it, to really get the right messages out there to the right people. All about the frequency, you know what I mean? So we also have a fiery climax approaches with the full moon in Aries. The energy is gaining momentum with the waxing moon, and be bold and make the first move. So that tells me that I'm okay doing it as both. And maybe the monetary success that I want will come before I expect it to, before I've ever dreamed. But maybe not. just a tarot and oracle reading. Make your dreams real. That's what I'm trying to do. With the Two of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, I have to be careful not to base my self-worth on the numbers. I have to be sure not to... Hold on. Sorry about that. I have to be sure not to become obsessed with my work by focusing on the numbers, by focusing on how many personal readings I get. That's what the right choice is. I have to be sure not to overload myself with information to where I get overwhelmed and the messages get confusing. So this is good advice for me. And I also wanted to mention before I quit this reading, if you made it this far, maybe be interested in my other channel, my other account. I love to color, and I'm learning to paint things as well. Not paint like, I'm not an artist that way, like drawing the actual pictures, but paint ceramics, paint wood, paint little things that, you get at the Dollar Tree or whatever, and you can just paint them. And I love the color. It's a really good therapeutic mindfulness kind of practice. So the account is called Mindfulness Color. If you're interested, you think that's something you might buy about too. It's an ASMR aspect to it as well. And just hanging, coloring, or painting. All right, I'm going to end this here. I thank you for watching if you watched it all. If you resonate, let me know in the comments how you do. Are you a reader? Are you some sort of creative? Are you some sort of spiritualist who sometimes has this come up? All right, take care and I love you. Bye.